I'm Ryan from 2G1 and welcome back to another theory video. One that will probably have a lot of people just shouting out, wrong! The Richard Donner Superman films and its star Christopher Reeve are beloved worldwide. At least the first film, and the second film, sort of the third film, and not really the fourth. Me, I find those films to be hot garbage flaming on a stick. My Superman? Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Superman, Henry Cavill. People complain that movie isn't Superman, that Zack Snyder doesn't get Superman, that Henry Cavill doesn't smile. All of the excuses on why you hate Man of Steel are going to be the same exact excuses of why you are defending the Richard Donner films. In this theory, I'm going to have you at least admitting that the Christopher Reeve Superman is a horrible, malicious alien. My theory, that Superman and Lois Lane birthed the Antichrist. Alright, right from the get-go, I'm going to say that this theory is pretty thin. But if you come along for this wonderful ride, I promise, it might change your mind on a couple of things. For this theory, I'm going to be using Superman the movie, Superman 2, and Superman Returns, the Bryan Singer requel. You can like Superman 3, where Richard Pryor steals money, Office Space style.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, they did in Superman 3.
And fight Superman. And then evil Superman fights good Superman or whatever, I don't care. And you can like Superman 4 if you want, where Superman can put back together the Great Wall of China. That's canon, right? Get it? This is the Superman everyone loves. Look, he's smiling. Let's start with Donner's Superman from 1978. This Superman is a sweet-natured man who has no problem saving kittens from trees or saving Lois Lane. He can destroy city property by drilling himself into the ground to find Lex Luthor, who is a millionaire genius that decided that the Ninja Turtles' lair is the proper place to hide. By the way, these things will actually lead you into the sewer, Superman, but you just destroy city property for no reason because I guess it looks cool. Prior to all this, in the Fortress of Solitude, our hero Kal-El has a thumb drive kyber crystal with the message from his father Jor-El, and Jor-El says this to his son.
It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history. Rather let your leadership stir others too.
Let's review Jor-El's statement. It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history. Rather, let your leadership stir others too. This is Jor-El's explicit instructions to his son. And does Superman listen? Hell no, he doesn't listen. He puts every single human life on this planet in danger. And he does so for his own selfish gain. For time's sake, I'm going to focus on the end of the film. Lex Luthor's master plan is creating a new state by hijacking rockets that will land on a fault line in California, creating the state of Lex or whatever it's stupid, I'll go on. 2 missiles launched. Superman stops one, the other one impacts. That missile causes mass chaos, including earthquakes, Jimmy Olsen almost dying but surviving death because of Superman saving him, and the death of Superman's crush, Lois Lane. Superman races to Lois and finds her dead. So what does Kal-El do at this point? Number 1, races to Lex Luthor immediately so he can pay for his crimes. Number 2, call Batman for help. Number 3, put the entire world at risk. Let's see what Superman chose, shall we? Superman yells out in a rage and flies into outer space. He then circles the planet around against its axis and then reverses time for his own selfish gain. Does Superman know that something this idiotic would work? In college, was his professor like,
"Hey, did you know that if you spin the planet in the opposite direction on its axis you can cause time travel? It's true. Trust me." Would I lie?
Let's just say that this is the case, that this is the way the world works in the Donnerverse. Now, what if Superman did this, but something went wrong? He's Superman, but if this caused, let's say, the planet to move from its natural orbit, he could have killed every person on the planet. Superman disregards all human life to save one person, the girl he wants to channel 11 and chill with. Superman's plan works. Time reverses, and then he brings time back forward, and all the damage is undone, and Lois is saved. The missiles don't even strike because screenplay. Everyone talks of the lives Superman put in danger in the Battle of Metropolis. But this Superman put the entire planet in danger to bring his lady crush back to life. At least he's smiling. This is all besides the point. Let's go back to Jor-El's own words.
It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history.
The thing is, Superman with his horrible, callous, selfish actions completely interfered with human history, and yet there are no repercussions for his actions. In Superman 2, Superman declares his love for Lois and says, "I'll lose my powers so I can totally bang Lois Lane." So he gets rid of his powers, then totally bangs Lois Lane, which really proves that, guys, even Superman will do anything to get in them panties.
I did it all for the nookie, so you can see that cookie.
Then Superman gets beat up by a trucker. Going to jump in for 1 second. This won't really be important to the theory, but to show the total assholeness of Reeves' Superman. In Man of Steel, Clark has a run-in with a trucker. He stands down and walks away from that trucker, and then he smashes the dude's truck. And everyone was like, Superman would never do that. We good on that? Alright, so Clark gets beat up by a dude named Rocky. 3 Kryptonians, Zod, Ursa, and Non, take over America. Superman then has to get back the powers he selfishly gave away so he can finger bang Lois, so he can then save planet Earth. He ends up fighting the 3 Kryptonians, breaking General Zod's back, and then tossing him to his death. Hold on, wait, he kills Zod? That's so weird. Weren't people mad at Superman in the Man of Steel for killing somebody, or, you know what, I'll just move on. Superman then uses his kissing powers and wipes Lois Lane's memory. Let's break this down in 2020 terms. Superman bangs this chick, then slips her a cosmic roofie so she forgets he banged her. He had sex with her and made her forget she actually did it. Perspective. This is Billy. He went to a bar last night, met Meg, had sex with her, and then, in the morning, put GHB in her OJ to make her forget what happened last night. Billy's an asshole, right? Billy is. And then Superman is, you know? So, I wouldn't doubt if this happened in today's day and age, that this would happen. At the end, the most powerful man on Earth takes the time to go prove a point with the trucker guy that he's tough, now that he's invincible again. Why? Because Superman's a callous asshole with a point to prove. See, he is better than you, Rocky. Well, at least he smiled. That brings us to Superman Returns and the crux of this theory. Superman selfishly and callously leaves Earth to go look for Krypton or something and comes back to Earth to sit outside Lois Lane's apartment and peeping Tom her.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Lois Lane has a kid, and fast forwarding through this entire crap fest of a film, we get to a point where we find out that the kid has superpowers. Looks like Brody was wrong, and they don't have the pull-out method in Kansas. This kid has Kryptonian blood. Lois Lane is an absentee mother, so she doesn't know, and the kid is sneaky. He hides his powers. Why? What evil lurks in his heart? He is the repercussions of explicit instructions not to mess with human history. Superman saved Lois Lane. Superman boned Lois Lane. And then she got pregnant, and Lois Lane gave birth to the Antichrist, an abnormal being that is half alien, half human, an abomination who should have been born at all except for the horrible actions of an egotistical date rapist alien who only has his own deep-seated selfishness in his heart. And because of this,
Kid Superman will kill his father. All the humans will let the earth burn, burn, burn.
I told you this was pretty thin. But there has to be some sort of repercussions for this alien who completely disregards humanity as long as it suits his own selfish needs. And the only true repercussions here is the birth of Superman's child through his own tampering of human history. So Superman, he screwed us all. But hey, at least he's smiling. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this theory, please subscribe and hit that bell, while also checking out our theories on Bill and Ted, Teen Wolf, and Ready Player One, along with our sister channel, Entertainment Show Yesterday's Entertainment Tomorrow, at youtube.com/YetTheShow. I'm Ryan McClellan. Thanks for tuning in to 2G1, and hope to see you back for the next theory.
Just get a little bit, be little, it's hard to